Hi, my name is Asha, and I want to present the idea that I have been working on, which is implementing a STEAM plan in our school. So, just a brief description of what STEAM is. STEAM is a word that is about science, technology, engineering, art, and math, and how all of these subjects can be incorporated in one project. So the idea is to integrate STEAM in the school as an elective program before or after the school hour, with extensive 1 month training for teachers as introduction to the STEAM concept. Students will be involved on the outdoor activities and trips involving STEAM. So the goals that we want to achieve from this project is to integrate the STEAM in the school as an elective program for all grade levels through planning and creating projects that are helping for the environment. And secondly, we want to train teachers. Since the concept of the STEAM is a new concept, we want to implement and not implemented yet in the UAE. We want to give an extensive training for teachers, especially the first month of the academic year, and then there can be like a month or so, twice a month to do other trainings. So, for sure, the training will be aligned with the district curricula, and that's it. Another point I want to work on, and achieve, is the outdoor activities, field trips, and community projects. From outdoor activities and field trips, students can see the real issues that we have in our community, and their projects can help fix the issues that we have. So the resources and assets we need for the STEM project. We need a lab prepared with all needed equipment. It can be a primary place for the student to work on their project and for the teachers to have their training. For the technology, we need technology equipments, we need softwares and hardware for the engineering part and the science and also the technology part. It can help the student to design their projects and to work on them separately than the computer lab that we have in all of our schools. We also want the cooperation with the resources company. We want to communicate with them because we know that most school doesn't have the financial support that they can give. So we want to take these resources from the companies and the vendors. Additional resources, if we want to start this idea beforehand, we can start with the small grades, with the inexpensive materials like paper and the craft sticks, and these ideas can be implemented as a simple idea before we start with the big projects. So what I think who can be supporters to us and who might be the opponents. The supporters is education advocates and technology companies that support education. Working from 3 years and so, we have lots of companies that are great advocates to education, and we can communicate with them to support us. Teachers are also can be a great supportive, especially the 20 that are supportive of the 21st century learning and change, especially the advocate of student-centered learning experiences. Students might be always the one that are more interested in on the project, especially students that have a special interest in technology, science-based projects. Curriculum developers can support the idea as STEAM brings a wide variety of learning goals. Who might be our opponents is the Ministry of Education, as a new implementation needs financial support and deep studies. I have been working with the ministries, and new ideas takes more than 2 years, so I think they can be the primary opponents. Another opponents in the school can be the teachers, who are already overwhelmed with the tasks they have. So the targets and the agents of change. The targets are curriculum developers. If the curriculum developers distributed the idea to whole schools, so the schools are forced to implement the idea. So once the curriculum developers distribute it, we're not gonna have any problems. School administration can be a great help, as they will give the primary call for the implementation. Experienced teacher in STEM and young teachers, as they have been exposed to technology, can be the agents of change. Families, as they will give their feedbacks and support to the school and their children. Some families will support the school financially, and some families will support the school with the equipment. So I think the families is a great agent of change. So the strategy and what we want to do. First, we will start planning and study the implementation of the idea in the school, introduce the idea to the administration and the school teachers to encourage them about the STEM approach. Next, we want to start communicating with the vendors and the stakeholders to seek their support on equipment and technology. The more we communicate with the companies like HP and other companies, we can get all of the high gear equipment. Then we will start prepping the training. We will start prepping the training agenda for teachers and plan the extensive training during the whole year training. Then we'll start prepping the lab with basic equipments for the use of training and introduction level lessons until the equipments are received. After that, we will plan for advertising the elective course for the students. We will start, I'll talk about the advertising the elective course and the tactics. So in the tactics, as a community of teachers, the training will take place every week for 2 months, and after most teachers master the concept, there will be a training twice a month. Technology providers will give us training of their equipment, and technology teacher would give regular education technology session to help the teacher keep memorizing the how to use the equipment. The school administration and family support is needed for field trip experiments. Since this team support and teaches students how to solve a problem and help them on their critical thinking, we need field trips for the students to see the community and to see the issues that we have in our community, and try to have ideas to solve these problems. So the last thing is the elective courses and the student choice. So the student choice must take place at the beginning of the year. Interested student will be selected based on submission of the project that will be about STEM. This will only be the first implemented the first academic year. Until we have a bigger place that we can take more students. That's it. This is my whole plan. I hope to get accepted, and thank you.